Jaguars are a joke. That's what I'm saying. Doug Peterson should already be fucking fired, to be honest.
Bro,
but also Trevor Lawrence sucks ass.
Trade Micah Parsons.
Bro, I bet the Cowboys will trade Micah Parsons.
What's up with the Bengals, dude? Listen, last night was you almost can't even call it a bad loss. No fucking punts, no turnovers. You just happened to run into, the breakout game of a fucking rookie quarterback, and they also had no punts and no turnovers. It's almost
the only player, and he's actually only the fourth time in NFL history that a team has gone 2 straight weeks without punting one time.
Yeah.
Jayden Daniels didn't punt last week against the Giants.
I mean,
field goals though.
Their punters getting easy game checks. What's the rest of their schedule look like? The Bengals.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to look up.
You basically have to sweep the division, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not sweep, but at least 4 games. At least 4 of the 6.
Well, you're all right. Listen, your next game, Gunnar. Your next game is against the Panthers. Dude.
Yeah, I know.
Cannot lose that game.
Andy Dalton revenge game?
No. Cannot lose
what
that game.
Time,
he
though,
should fucking abolish
the Panthers
their
week
defense.
1 or 2 is the move for sure.
Fuck Andy Dalton. Let's say Andy Dalton is Tom Brady for a minute. Doesn't matter. The Panthers' defense is so atrociously bad.
But if he was Patrick Mahomes, it does.
He should fuck that defense up, man.
Oh, Burrow's gonna cook them, yeah.
He's got to. I mean, you want to talk about chip on the shoulder? Jesus Christ, dude. Should be quite a bit of fucking gas in the tank. What's that spread?
4.5.
That's disrespectful. That is disrespectful, dog. Yeah, that might be my. Without even looking at any of the other lines, that might be my fucking bet of the week. Is Bengals minus 4.5. Come on. It's must win. You got. I mean, the next 3 are almost must win, dude. You know what I mean? Go 3-3 in your first 6, you're alive.
Could be.
Straight up.
Could be.
If you would have told me before that game started, the Bengals, what if I were to tell you the Bengals are going to score 33 points, they're not going to punt, and they're not going to turn the ball over one time, and they're playing the Commanders? Who wins that game?
Yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer.
That's what I mean, dude. I mean, it's just fucking, the kid just went off. And there's no film on a guy who's fucking in his 3rd NFL game.
The only thing that sucks is, we lost that game outright. He had a fucking freak game, but we should have beat Kansas City, and the touchdown got called back versus the Patriots. We should be sitting at 2-1 right now, but mistakes and shitty play, 0-3. That's what you get.
100.
What's up with the D line? That's the only thing that we touched on.
There is none.
There's
nothing to look
one
at.
Sack.
Hubbard has the worst pressure to quarterback rating of any D lineman in the league. He was an average of 6.5 feet away from Jayden Daniels, which is weird because Jayden Daniels had 3.5 seconds to throw the ball every time he pulled.
Bro, he's abiding by COVID rules still.
Yeah, no. Sam Hubbard's terrible. Both of our starting tackles are out. We lost DJ Reader this season. No line.
Did the one tackle get hurt? Mims or whatever, right?
No, Brown.
I'm not worried about his fat ass.
Mims is probably better.
Mims is way better.
I'm familiar with not having a D-line, brother. It stinks. It makes every game a lot longer than it fucking needs to be.
Well, the thing is we have Miles Murphy's going to be coming back. Joseph Osai is not really full 100%, but we got a few pass rushers, but just no interior line, and that goes for both sides of the ball.
Bro,
O-line's been
you
a
know
problem
who
his whole
has
fucking
no
career.
D line? The Cowboys. Bro, it's bad. It's so bad.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
are the Cowboys playing this week? Hang on.
The Giants Thursday night.
Okay, Devin Singletary. Let's see what his rushing line is. Whatever it is, it's too low. Let's see.
I got an anytime touchdown for CeeDee Lamb and Malik Neighbors because their secondaries have been shit this year.
Thursday night.
Malik Neighbors.
Devin Singletary's rushing line is 60.5.
By the way, yeah, Malik Neighbors is the truth, bro. He might as well be the best
Go
receiver
ahead
to come
and
out of
cook
that
the over
draft.
on that one, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Singletary's rushing line is 60.5. Last week, Derrick Henry ran for 150 yards on them, and Lamar Jackson ran for 86 yards on them. I think Devin Singletary's going to get 61 yards. I have no reason to believe why he wouldn't. Their line's not good. Devin Singletary's frankly not that good, but
I want to make another thing be known. If you're a player for the opposing team and you're why are you talking shit about an offensive scheme, about another player? AKA, I'm talking to you, Cam Taylor Britt. Keep your fucking mouth shut and play football, dumbass. Fucking fool.
was a weird move.
What did he do?
Well, he called out last week, he called out Patrick Mahomes and them. And this week, he said Cliff Kingsbury has a college playbook and Jayden Daniels gets all this shit ran to him easy. Kid just made you look retarded.
Whoa.
Twice he dotted you on Terry McLaurin. Twice. And
Well,
you're
then
supposed to
plus obviously, then what happens? The Redskins social media team is talking shit. The Jayden Daniels after the game said, "How did you do?" He said, "Not bad for." He said something about the defense. He was like, something about a college defense or something. Like, so then it's just bulletin board material. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
But-
So
It's definitely you know what I said to Gunnar. Honestly, Dunbar, I feel like you'd agree with this. The Bengals lost to the Chiefs, but because it was a close loss, they were like patting themselves on the back, like, "Oh, we're back. We just went toe to toe with the best of them." You know what I mean? So at 0-2, they went into that game instead of looking at like we're 0-2. They went into the game like, "Oh, we just almost beat Mahomes. Like we're right there." You know what I mean? Like. Because it makes sense, and when you're a good team, like it's easy to just think like, "Oh, we're back. You know what I mean? And then a rookie does something like that, and it's just like, that's a wake up call for sure. That's why I feel like next week the Bengals will probably.
I think they'll just go
Slow.
fucking crazy, dude.
Listen,
They're gonna probably go crazy. Yeah.
I knew Jamar
And
would
T.
have a nice
Higgins will
game.
probably
I
be
knew
more
with T.
involved.
Higgins back on the field, Jamar would have a nice game, and he looked good.
out of all this shit I can take away, as bad as we're playing right now, Burrow still looks fucking phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Which is
Did y'all hear Shannon Sharp this morning?
nah.
about.
Gunnar, did you hear him?
I watched a few clips about it.
Bro, this man, the people in the studio were literally getting out of their chairs like, bruh. Like, literally, Marcus Spears was like this at one point in time, like, literally with his head in his hand because this dude said that the reason that the Bengals lost was because of Joe Burrow. And because Joe Burrow makes the money, and no matter what, like, if you lose by 5 points, that means those 2 drives you scored field goals as the quarterback. You should have scored touchdowns.
What does Joe
These dudes
Burrow
are like,
have to
"Bro,
do with the fact
this
that
dude
the
threw the ball
Commanders
at
didn't have a 4th down in the entire game?
completion percentage. Yes, bro, it was crazy. Like, he was just refused. Like, he just went down a wrong path, and everybody was like, "Bro, what are you saying?" He would not veer off. He was
He's
just
been
like,
taking too many. Shannon's been taking too many dick pills.
No, that's one of those things where they'll go right into the earpiece and just be like, say something fucking insane. For the sake
I mean,
of
it has to.
television, this has been a slow
Blame
morning.
Joe
Shannon, say
Burrow for
something that makes no sense at all.
Bro,
And then he goes,
listen.
you know what? I'll
Bro.
say it. All right, I'll say it.
I will say this,
All right.
though.
I don't want
If I was the last 6 seconds, I do want to see Gunnar's opinion on this is next year, if there was like some dog available, like Bobby Slowick, the offensive coordinator of the Texans, or like a Lincoln
I
Riley or
want
somebody.
Callahan back, bro.
Callahan as the head coach.
I want him
now.
back.
I mean, he's the coach as the what, but I would honestly move off Zach Taylor if you had a for sure guy like Belichick wanted to
Oh,
come coach
I'd love
Cincinnati.
to. I'd love to move off Zach Taylor,
Fuck
but
it.
I don't make the
You need a
decisions there.
fucking defensive coach, dude.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Because if you have a star quarterback, one as smart as Burrow, he
You know
is
what the
your
biggest
offensive coordinator.
You know what the biggest problem is, bro? Is that people like the Chiefs capitalize really well off this. The Chiefs drafted Patrick Mahomes. He sat a year behind Alex Smith. And then once he started playing well, they're like, all right, we're going to build our team around him, just like Lamar, just like all these good quarterbacks. The Bengals have drafted their quarterback and basically pissed away their last 3 drafts, except for Jamar Chase and like Miles Murphy, maybe, and like one other guy. Otherwise, though, I mean,
So
obviously, yeah, T.
it
Higgins is
sounds like it's
great.
almost a GM problem.
Well,
But
like
like,
the Eagles too. Look at the Eagles surrounded Hurts with. You know, they went and
right, but
traded
that's
for AJ Brown. Like,
right. They traded up. They got Jalen Carter. Like they got like crazy
And they put
names. We
no
don't
matter
trade
what,
up to
every
get
single
names.
year he played, no matter what, top 3 line in front of him. No
Bro, we
matter
could have
what.
traded up multiple times in the draft to get some of these crazy rookies that are out here on defense right now. Like, I just the whole overlooking the D line
well,
thing,
that's
especially
why I
in this
thought.
league right now, is just ridiculous. You gotta have a top tier D line if you want to make an impact in
You
this
have to have a
league.
top tier edge
See,
rusher.
if I that okay, if
No,
I'm there's
I
one
have a
thing,
top tier. I have a top tier edge rusher. I
yeah,
got
Trey
one of those.
Henderson is a dog.
But they forced a
one
double
sack.
team. Yeah, because
Yeah, but if yeah, exactly. You need
Exactly.
a.
So they're gonna force
because
a
I
double
could
team on
block
him. Almost
DJ
every time.
Reader with one hand.
But dude, okay, but this is why I thought during the draft, the one thing I thought and I thought that they might do it. Dallas Turner went 1 pick before the Bengals.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or might even have been after the Bengals, and I was just like, "Damn, bro, that would have been a pick."
But they
I
went
thought that
for
was
offensive
cool.
line. They went for offensive line. So it's
Oh,
like
but
I'm not
honestly,
mad.
Mims though,
I'm not mad
Mims
about that pick.
Mims is a good pick though. Mims is a
No,
good
I
pick.
know. I know, but it's the second, third, and fourth rounds where you got to really,
Yep.
dig deep and try to find those players that are gonna last and work well with your quarterback. Like
Mm-hmm.
I still
I think we're gonna do. I think it's gonna eventually happen. Like Jermaine Burton is gonna be a great eventually one player, but like it's gonna take time to develop. You need those guys that are gonna come out and make an immediate impact. A Dallas Turner, a Jalen Carter. Somebody that is just like we know they're a fucking freak.
Yeah.
Why are they not drafted
Will
yet?
Anderson go up against CJ Stroud and then also go up to get Will Anderson.
Right. Or like how the Jets did. The Jets like went Will McDonald and then Jermaine Johnson back to back.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
that's great. Then boom, check that off the list and then go draft something else and then in free agency pick up a veteran fucking pass rusher. Boom, you're pretty much set for the season with the rest of the surrounding guys.
Bro, if the Bengals defense plays average, even below
and here's-
average, they can run the fucking tables.
And that's
Yeah.
my thing. Here's my thing. It sucks obviously being 0-3. We're not gonna
They ran the ball so well last night too.
so well. We're not gonna downplay how being 0-3 sucks balls, and you should not be 0-3. But this is where we thrive when these guys are under pressure and they know like, all right, fuck, man, we really can't be giving much shit up. Like they do really well, so it'd be interesting to see how they bounce back and if they can win.
I think they
go on a
just slaughter Carolina.
Oh no, they should. They should. I mean, I'm putting all my. I don't give a fuck. I'm putting all my money on them. But
They should.
they're gonna need to go on a 4-game stretch at least. 4-game
cannot,
stretch.
dude. 0-4 is like the stats behind 0-4 is bad.
Well,
Only one team ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
1-3.
Only one team's
so.
ever made it at 0-3, 1-3, whatever. But again, I'm not worried about those damn stats. That shit means nothing.
Yeah, it really doesn't. They ain't done it until the Bengals did it. That
Exactly. So, am I worried? Yeah. But
We
no,
actually
I don't-
watched the game with a Bengals fan last night. Riley and I did.
We did.
I don't think it's time to hit the super panic button yet and kick everybody out, but
No, but
definitely time to win some games. Pick up or shut up.
time to
right?
get some turnovers, man. Because like it seems like the only somewhat
Bro,
flaw in
3
Burrow's
versus
game.
Chiefs.
It seemed like the only somewhat flaw in Burrow's game is that like he fumbles. Like Burrow does fumble, He didn't fumble
Yeah.
last night. He
Small
didn't throw a
hands,
fucking
dude.
pick last night. Like he
Picket
just
hands.
couldn't have done anything wrong last night, really, and it's the defense. It sucks, dude. I know what it feels like.
Well, Shannon, I'll give Shannon this. He's got a point when it comes to the fact that, you know, we drove all the way down within the red zone twice and didn't get in. So
Yeah, you got to score those touchdowns.
you definitely got to score those. However, the defense has got to make a stop. It's a joke. What are we talking about? It's a rookie
Like they
quarterback.
could have won the game if they made a stop.
How does Lou Anarumo not fucking cook up? Like, when Jayden Daniels wasn't getting rushed, so when we didn't rush him, he was 15 for 15 for 220 yards when he wasn't being blitzed.
That's
So
crazy.
you have, like, if I'm first half and I see, he's 6 for 6 when we
Bro,
don't pressure
then
him.
you blitz him and he fucking catches a guy last second and throws a fucking time.
Bro,
Drops
let's
it in
not-
a bucket.
yeah. Let's not downplay that play. That was
Like, come on, bro.
Are you talking about
Free
the one
rusher off the edge, off his
to
blind
Scary
side.
Terry?
textbook, bro. Textbook. He sat in the
Yes.
pocket, took that hit, and dotted him in the end zone. Great play by the fucking quarterback.
I
Great
understand that there's a Bengals fan in here. I'm a huge Terry McLaurin fan, bro.
Oh, bro,
I was disappointed the first 2 weeks, just thinking like they don't trust this kid to throw the fucking ball. They actually let him throw the ball last night. Terry had 100 yards and a touchdown, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I
Terry looks
like to
good.
see Terry McLaurin do well, dude. He has had the fucking worst run
So
of
do I.
quarterbacks in his fucking career, dog, and he is so talented.
He was one of my sleeper picks
He's
for the
so
draft. this year.
good. So good, dude. It's frustrating
yeah.
to see talent like that get wasted.
What's the
Sickening,
next?
man.
What's the next topic you wanted to go through, Dunbar? You look like you had one there.
Dallas, bro. And
Just run on him.
and bro, how
did Baltimore almost let them come back?
bro? Look,
Yeah, they-
this,
they-
Whoa,
they
this
really
was
did.
worst finish, dude.
Listen.
The worst
Yeah.
finish.
the last 3 Dallas home
Lamar
games,
Jackson is 20-1 versus the NFC.
bro.
Ugh.
AFC.
Because, bro, when you don't see him often, it's like, what the fuck?
Oh, NFC.
What the fuck is going on?
Shut up.
Like, you don't know what you're seeing, bro.
Bro.
You don't know what you're fucking up
No, it
against.
doesn't matter
Like,
what you do
Jesus
see. It
The
doesn't matter
last-
how much film you watch.
The
He's a
last
headache.
3 Dallas home games, they've given up 120 points, 607 rushing yards, and 7.7
Wait, what?
yards per play.
Wait, and
Brother.
how many games?
We're gonna go back a
The
little
last
rewind, John.
3 home games,
Home game.
600 yards
607 rushing.
rushing.
Do a little rewind. My bet for Thursday night is Devin Singletary over 60.5 rushing yards. He could do that
So
in
you
the
have to be
first half.
careful with
And
that
Devin
one, though, bro.
Singletary
Because
is
against the Giants,
not
they just
good.
Stack the box to an unproportional degree and say, all right, we're gonna lock up on the outside. We're gonna just literally double team neighbors and stack the box.
Bro,
Yep.
Prepare
That
for
is
Darius Slayton to go
crazy.
off. Prepare for Daniel Jones to rush for 80 yards. Daniel Jones has that in him. Make no fucking mistake.
Yeah, that could be like especially if you're in man coverage against,
Dog, Dan Jones can move.
he could scoot.
He can. That is the best part of his game. He can
Yeah, probably.
move.
bro, you know what
Especially for a
that
white
is?
boy.
You know what that is? Brian Daboll, bro.
Yeah.
Come on,
Good
he was
coach.
moving before Dayball.
No, but
They clocked him
Oh,
at
yeah,
22
no.
miles an hour before Dayball.
Daboll brings the best of them out, best of that out of those boys.
Yeah, and Dayball's about to be
Daboll's a
unemployed
good-
after this year. That's where I think Bill Belichick's going.
The Giants.
Nah,
Yes.
you know who the Bengals need to sign? I just figured it out. Joe Brady. That's Burrow's guy from LSU, and he's balling with the Bills right now, doing a lot with nothing.
Yeah.
Like, that's the guy right there. It was Joe Burrow's offensive coordinator in LSU. What's perfect timing? The stars
Jamar
aligned.
Chase
There's-
too.
Jamar too. There's literally no better time, bro.
It would be nice
Chase
to
looked
see
good.
the Bengals go out and make a move, but I doubt it.
Bro, I said the same thing last year, okay? When the Steelers offensive coordination was atrocious.
Offensive coordination. That's crazy. I've never heard it said like that.
Bro, it was to the point that the players were telling the coach what to call. Am I wrong, Ronnie? Did the players not submit a list to the offensive coordinator of plays
no,
that
Bengals,
they wanted to run?
Gunnar knows this. The Bengals were literally caught on the hot mic like multiple times when we were like beating them. The linebackers were like, they're running the same plays, like literally. Yeah. Yes, and then like 3 weeks later, another team in the conferences like after the game was like, yeah, they just kept running the same play out of the same exact formation. Like
sometimes that shit works, dude.
Bro.
It didn't for 3 years, brother.
It worked for the Ravens on Sunday. I'll tell you that. They ran 2 plays.
Oh no! Running the same play, it works if the play's working.
Right.
Like, that's honestly
it certainly works.
Like,
Derrick Henry looked like he was 23.
Bro, yeah. But anyways, it was so bad, scary. And when they fired Canada, bro, and even then there's Steelers fucking fans that were like, "Oh, fire Tomlin," blah blah blah. I was like, nah. I was like, what we need is one of them overqualified offensive coordinators, bro. I was like, we need.
Y'all's fans once Tomlin fired. Y'all's fans once Tomlin fired anytime you lose a game.
That's a fact too. That's a
crazy
fact. Tomlin,
it's so crazy.
Tomlin's it's such a love-hate thing, dude. Like, and it's, I mean, you could go to a Steelers game, have somebody you don't know on your left and somebody you don't know on your right, and be like, how do you feel about Mike Tomlin? And the guy would go, absolutely love him, can't lose. And you go to the left, and you go, how do you feel about Mike Tomlin? He's not doing it. He's not cutting it. This ain't it.
Fire his ass.
See, most of the ones that say fire him, they'll like after a win, they'll be like, I will say though that Tomlin knows how to win though, or something stupid like that. It's just.
And there's something about Bill Cowher I just miss, man. Something about Bill makes me.
Can't put my finger on it.
I can't really put my finger on it.
Nah, yeah, I mean, the thing, I just think, like, wherever your coach, like, every coach has his thing that makes them, like, and Tomlin, obviously, like, usually is one side of the ball, Tomlin is defense, and then the other part is, like, you know, with Shanahan, it's, like, scheme. With Tomlin, he's a motivator. So, in my opinion, when I see somebody like Justin Fields, like, hey, he's probably giving him more confidence, yada, yada.
Bro, so, I think, first of all, if we're commenting on anything, the trajectory of things, Bill Belichick will be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, and 1, if not 2, Colorado Buffalo players will be there. Promise. Because this is what's going to happen, and mark my words. Bro, they spent a shitload of money, okay? They're going to throw the fucking money back at the wall and get the O-line back right, okay? Probably sign an O-lineman in the offseason. Listen to me.
There's a guy.
Okay? Dallas signs an O-lineman in the offseason. Don't know who to be, whatever. They'll go get Belichick. They'll have a high-ass pick, and if they don't have a high enough pick, guess what? They'll trade Micah fucking Parsons. Mark my words. They'll trade Micah Parsons.
Hard to do bad in the NFC, man.
Why do I know they'll trade Micah Parsons, bro? Because you ain't never heard nothing bad about it until there was a little bit
of... Trade Micah Parsons?
Bro, I bet the Cowboys will trade Micah Parsons.
That wouldn't be a very all-in move.
Are they going to trade CeeDee Lamb as well?
Sense, though, because there's so many other players you could trade. Keep Micah, who's the one player that makes sense to. Like, trade DeMarcus Lawrence, maybe, or
trade Diggs.
What are you going to get?
Yeah, maybe trade Trayvon Diggs, like, but not your edge rusher, not your, like, and he's not, I don't even think he's 25 yet.
He's like 24.
Yeah, he's a freak of nature.
Bro, I'm not saying I would do it. But
they're not doing that.
I don't think.
Bro, they just extended. Bro, they just made Dak the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. What makes
and CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
And CeeDee Lamb.
This is what he meant when he said all in. Like, he doesn't care, bro. He's just giving them all the money. Like if you're a
Yeah,
prominent
he's
player
just
on that
gonna-
team, you're
yeah.
getting a bag. Period.
Which I
mean,
envy.
Micah could start
Here's the
holding
thing,
out
though,
right
like-
now and be paid within 2 weeks.
Bro, to win, if they really think that they're winning right now, and you can complain about
you
it. I
don't
hate to
think
be
he's
just
gonna
sticking up for the
hold out?
Cowboys, but you can complain about it. But if the Cowboys were your team, you'd be
Not this
happier to
year.
see them at least
Hold
like
on, this
trying
year.
to win. Because what's the
Yeah, hold on,
alternative?
next year. He'll get paid though. It worked for CD. That's what I'm saying.
What'd you say?
I think he's gonna hold out. He should. Why wouldn't he?
Yeah, he might hold out, but I'm saying he's gonna get paid. Here's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
100%.
Here's what I'm saying though. If you're the Cowboys and you're trying to win, like that's probably a better bet than you're probably not going to get Cam Ward. Like the only way I see that happening is if they are like going up, but they're not gonna because they just re-signed Dak. So like they're gonna try to win. You know, in the offseason they'll probably, I don't know, try to do something, make some type of move to some degree to act like they're all in.
They
You know,
damn
I
sure
don't know.
did
Yeah.
last year, dude. My God.
No, they didn't.
They didn't do it.
But they made those
fucking
big
thing.
signings, so that's probably partially
They
why.
could have had
but
Jonathan
yeah,
Brooks.
no.
They could have had Marshawn Lloyd. They could have had Trey Benson. They could have had Blake Corum, and they just said, nah, Zeke.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They could have had any of them, dude. Any of them. Isaac Arendo.
Yeah, I mean,
any of them.
I do think that if you fast forwarded a couple weeks or like a couple months, they'll probably, they probably won't be doing too bad. But yeah, it's gonna be an issue getting ran on come December.
Bro, and they can't run the ball either. They
Their
couldn't run the ball last year.
entire winning philosophy is Dak throw to CD.
See, they have to be worried about Jayden Daniels now because that could be 2 L's if that kid. starts canning
Absolutely. We learned I learned quite a bit about the Commanders last night, dude.
Well, you gotta take it with a grain of salt because he was so unpressured, bro, that it's like. But he's good though. That was a good performance though. But man, he was playing 7-on-7 back there. Zach Ertz just randomly 26 years old again, apparently.
Tiptoeing out of bounds.
Speaking of that, Eckler's on concussion now.
This is
Good.
My lock of the week. Hey, hater. My lock of the week hit, though. Eckler over 18.5, hit in the first 5 minutes of game.
Fuck Austin Eckler. Fucking old ass fucking bald bitch.
Rico Dowdell.
Dude, Jaden
that's
Daniels running
Yeah,
the
or
ball
Deuce
had to
Vaughn, the guy
piss you
who's
the
the
fuck
fucking
off.
coach's
more than
kid.
Bro, did you guys see Deuce Vaughn on the field? I'm not even trying to be funny, but that shit looked like backyard sports, bro.
Wonder how long.
You know the picture
I
you
wonder
sent?
how long.
You know the picture you sent of Kenny's hands, how it looks fake? Bro, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, this dude lines up out wide receiver 1, stand up wide receiver because they're going to spike it or something. And, bro, he's standing there and, like, his shoulder pads are, like, touching his helmet and shit. Like, he can't turn his head, bro.
Literally, bro, hilarious. I know.
They need to move Dalvin Cook up off the practice squad. They need to do that soon.
Isn't he?
I wonder
Yeah,
if
they-
Jerry.
no.
I wonder if Jerry knows. Wonder if Jerry knows the size of Deuce Vaughn's meat.
Yeah, that was crazy.
What happened?
Why is Dalvin Cook still on their practice squad?
Fucking Jamie Foxx was on Instagram Live and Jerry Jones was talking about one of his running backs and he's like, yeah, he's got an 8.5-inch cock on him.
He said 44'4", 6'5", 250, and he's got an 8.5-inch gun. Yeah, I was just like, yo, what the fuck?
What?
And Jamie Foxx is like right next to him, like,
He just ends the live. He's like,
yeah, ended the video.
turn this shit off.
Yeah, I think the next words out of Jerry's mouth is, back in my day, they would have gone for a pretty penny, and then he was really gonna put the thing on.
Because it's a short week. Oh. That's hilarious, dude. He just showed me a tweet that
What?
said, because I just said, why is Dalvin Cook still on the fucking practice squad? He just showed me a tweet that says, Jerry Jones said that Dalvin Cook isn't playing on Thursday because it's a short week. Like, because we want him ripped up and ready for next Sunday. He hasn't played in a fucking year and a half, dude. He's ready. He's been at your fucking camp, in your facilities, practicing with y'all for a month, dude. A short week for who? He didn't fucking play yet.
Should be studied, dude.
That's the dumbest logic ever, dude. It's a short week for not him. He's the only exception to it's a short week. In fact, he hasn't played. Oh my god. Can we? I'll say this. Hey, I know, and I know it's still early, but I know when I'm wrong, brother. The Bills are a good football team.
Yeah, we can all say we were wrong with that.
Holy shit. Their defense, it just doesn't matter.
It doesn't make sense.
It's crazy.
We can all say that we were wrong there.
This is something that we touched on in the beginning. Their defense, somebody needs to look at their defensive coordinator, bro. Somebody needs to look at those defensive coaches, dog, because they don't have names.
McDermott's a defensive guy, too.
They don't have names.
Exactly.
They do not have the Jimmies and the Joes. They very clearly have the X's and the O's, dude.
Christian Benford is their cornerback one.
They just lost Terrell Bernard last week for a fucking month. I can't tell.
Who is Terrell Bernard?
Terrell Bernard is a dope middle linebacker. He was maybe the best player. I mean, aside from Von Miller, he was probably the second best player on their entire defense. They lost him last week.
That's something we got to talk about. Von Miller is still playing at a very high level of football. What?
Crazy. That is nuts.
I don't believe any of that. I don't believe that. I don't care about the score. I don't believe that.
Guy's a phone guru.
The source.
Yeah, dude, get off your phone. Bro's had his
Dunbar's
head
a phone
buried.
guru, man.
Bro's had his head buried in his phone since the podcast.
This is Dunbar on the podcast. Dude, the Cowboys fucking suck.
You're right. We're in the middle of talking.
No, he wants me to read these Jerry Jones articles. This one's from Pro Football Dog.
Check out the screenshot on my phone.
Yeah.
Thanks,
he said it, bro. He said that.
He's not. He's 81.
That's what he said, Gunnar.
Bro, Jerry Jones. No,
we know exactly what those two are talking
Jerry
about.
Jones,
exactly
after we just went through the whole Dalvin Cook situation, just know 3 weeks ago, whenever he did the CD contract, he literally said he is the best option for them at general manager. There's nobody who could even come close.
I'd like to politely disagree.
Bro.
Yeah.
What?
I'd like to politely disagree.
That situation, bro, is crazy. That was a team last year, bro. There is no look.
That's why it's not an attractive job for a head coach.
Oh hell no.
No, McCarthy last year after they lost, he said he had the for sale sign in his yard. He said he can't believe he's still there either.
Probably because he's a good old boy. He'll just say yes sir, no sir. You know what I mean?
I guess. You're gonna have to
Jerry
back that
doesn't
up
want
with
someone in there ruffling
something.
feathers.
Right.
What is the hump that they have to get over at this point? Like, is a playoff win enough for him to stay?
The Cowboys just care more about being a big brand than they do winning.
Well, and it works.
It's like,
it works. They still have an abundance of fans.
It's profitable.
Of course it's profitable. Motherfucker, as I have to say this before, and
I will say, though, I think they're underestimating how much losing will be unprofitable. They've got lucky hitting with Tony Romo and then Dak Prescott without having any high picks. Tony Romo's undrafted. Dak Prescott's a fourth-rounder. This next go-around probably won't be so kind to them. I don't know.
I have to say this just because you're talking about profitable teams and profitable moves. Bob Nutting today. Bob Nutting cut Rowdy Tellez from the Pittsburgh Pirates 4 plate appearances before he was supposed to get a $200,000 bonus. I hate this dude in my bones, dude. Like, it's so cut and dry. He cut him 4 plate appearances before a $200,000 bonus.
Bro, you're talking about a first baseman who would step onto the mound and pitch.
Oh, I know. Yeah, he would throw the ball way up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just a dog hitter, dude.
Somebody should, probably shouldn't say that on here.
But fuck Bob Nutting.
Yeah, bro, I hate
Make that the title of this podcast. Just Just get it out of the
I
way,
was gonna
John.
say-
Make the title of this podcast "Fuck Bob Nutting,"
Racketeering and extortion.
and we'll
done
only
to
talk
Bob
about football the
Nutting
entire time.
to sell the team.
Oh.
Extort him to sell the team. Blackmail.
Bro, I wish.
He has no reason to.
Find his Google history. Import tranny search results.
So yeah, listen, Bills are. I was 100% sure the Bills window was closed. It's only 3 weeks in. I don't think the Bills window is closed.
I don't know.
I retract my statement. I don't fuck that. I retract my
their
statement.
window's
That's a
not
dope
closed at
team.
all.
Period. That's a dope team.
Bro, Josh Allen said this just shows what a team that just wants to win and doesn't care about stats can do. Like, bro, just a shot at Stephon Diggs today.
And shout out to my yeah, he's a better quarterback without Stephon Diggs.
Makes sense.
So they're gonna do all
Here
that.
day.
They're gonna do all that just for Josh Allen to throw an interception and play in the Chiefs and not make it. So
That's not super unlikely, but them being fucking 3-0 and they're not. I mean, it looks like Alabama against 4-string walk-ons from Mount Union. Their
Yeah, they look
fucking
good.
team's up, dude.
Trashing.
They are fucking NFL teams up. Fucking
although
them
the
up.
Jaguars are.
Jaguars are a joke.
top.
That's what I'm saying. Doug Peterson should already be fucking fired, to be honest.
Bro,
But also,
I
Trevor
don't
Lawrence
want a
sucks
quarterback-
ass.
I don't want a quarterback who never lost in high school and lost one time in college. Like, that's a guy who has never had adversity. Like, this dude,
He's
Trevor
lost-
Lawrence,
He
He's
sucks
lost
ass.
enough now. He's definitely lost enough now.
He's a fraud.
Yeah, that's but
He fooled
those
the whole
dudes
league.
in those small schools pan out sometimes. I feel like they're just better. They know how they're more well equipped to deal with
Absolutely.
a bad game.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely. They
You
know
know,
what
you
it's
come
like.
from some of those big
the
schools,
quarterbacks. Here's the difference, bro. Between the quarterbacks at small schools and the quarterbacks at Power 5 schools. The quarterbacks at small schools, they're going into games expecting to lose. They know the other team's better. They know the defense is better than their fucking offense. They know their receivers aren't shit, and they're still finding ways to get film out, bro.
NIU.
What about
Right.
Tom Brady?
NIU. This year. Northern Illinois.
Northern Illinois is still, they stink. It's cool
Yeah,
that
but
they
what
beat
about
Notre
Tom
Dame.
Brady?
They're not a good team.
No, but
Oh,
But
no,
that's
I mean,
what it is.
there's a lot
Yeah.
of big school quarterbacks.
Of course,
too, but-
motherfuckers have film in that game. Of
Yeah.
course. No, look
I
at
mean-
Josh Allen's from Wyoming, bro. And he
No,
was
a lot of
begging,
those quarterbacks
begging
are
coaches
great,
to
but-
fucking look at his tape when he was a high schooler, trying to get a decent fucking scholarship. He went to Wyoming.
I just think quarterback is just one of those positions that is just so, like, you just don't know who's going to make it and who isn't.
No,
Like,
Jordan loves Utah State.
yeah.
What?
And
That's
that,
a
that's what I
fucking
mean.
MAC
Here's another
school.
good example. Like, what did Jordan Love do? He sat, he learned.
Shit,
Yeah.
bro. Texas Tech, Patrick Mahomes.
Cal,
Have you
Aaron
guys
Rodgers.
talked- From the
Arizona
Vikings?
State is nothing crazy.
Cal, Aaron Rodgers was a shit
Bro.
Pac-12 team.
How are we not talking
Andrew
about the
Luck
Vikings?
was Stanford. I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
saying
the
those are
Vikings are
small
close.
schools necessarily, but they're not fucking Power 5. You
I
know what I'm
thought
saying?
the
Power
Vikings
five,
were going to
but
be
they're
the
not.
worst team
They're
in their division.
losing. They're
They're
losing
not the
teams.
top 5.
Yeah, they're 5-win
I did
teams.
too.
What's up, Gunnar? Sorry, my bad.
No, I was just saying. I thought the Vikings would be one of the worst teams in the league.
Absolutely. And I'll
Crazy.
say this though, I'm eating my words on the Bills. I swear to God, I don't believe in the Vikings. I'm still not buying it. Shout out to
Yeah,
Kevin
I do
O'Connell for this. Shout out to Kevin O'Connell for turning Josh Dobbs into the Pastronaut, okay, last year, and him being completely irrelevant. Shout out to him making Sam Darnold relevant. Not only relevant, leading the league in passing yards and touchdowns.
Crazy.
Isn't McCarthy on the bench, too?
You can't play this year.
They're
Yeah. That's crazy.
That makes me think,
Learning.
and I have no faith in J.J. McCarthy whatsoever, but god damn it, he's sitting now by force. Now he's sitting by force. And
really. I like.
he's clearly
I
a
like
part
the
of
way
a
J.J.
system that can
McCarthy
figure
looks.
it the fuck out.
With a
Yeah, I'm
Sam
like-
With
Yeah.
Sam Darnold. Because Sam Darnold, he's not good, dude. He's really not. But he looks good.
He's talented though. That's
He
the
was a
thing.
first-round pick.
Absolutely,
man.
he was a first-round pick. So was Josh Rosen, though. You know what I mean? Sam Darnold he's not great.
Josh Rosen. Wow.
But they're making him look good, bro. It's a system thing. I'd shout out to Kevin O'Connell. Shout out to the entire offensive coaching staff there.
Here's my thing. It's a system thing, but somebody's got to go out there and make those passes.
No, absolutely.
Somebody's got to go out there and call those
Absolutely.
plays.
Yeah, but when you make it,
Why couldn't he
easier
make
on
those
a
passes
guy-
with the New York Jets? Why couldn't he
Bro.
make those passes with the Panthers? Why couldn't he make those
The New
passes
York
with the
Jets-
Niners?
The New York Jets still can't do that.
What about the Panthers?
Jets
What
are
about the
just
San
now
Francisco
finding a rhythm.
49ers?
What?
He just played for the Niners. He was just on the Niners team. Brock Purdy
Darnold?
beat him out.
Yeah, when did Darnold start in the beginning of the season for the 49ers?
He didn't.
He got beat out.
He got beat out by the last
How
overall
is it
draft
that he
pick.
got beat out? Is the
But
point.
Yeah,
that's-
but McCarthy could have beat him out this year if he didn't get hurt.
McCarthy
I
did
don't
beat
know.
him out this year.
Darnold was
McCarthy did beat him out this year. They named JJ their
So
starter,
there you
and then
go.
he
So
got
that's
hurt.
proving basically what Gunner's saying is like maybe he
It's-
would have done that on those teams, but he just didn't get the chance to start.
He never had the chance.
He had the chance in Carolina, though, man.
See,
That's a
Belichick was
bad-
talking
that's
about
a
last
bad
night.
organization,
Hold on.
bro.
Belichick was talking about last night and said that like all the GMs he's talked to, everybody has always loved Sam Darnold everywhere but the Jets. So the Jets was the only place that they just didn't like him, but because he's like when you talk about arm talent and like man, you can't find that. There's not 15 guys in the world that can make that throw. Like that's Sam Darnold. He has that type of arm talent. Like
He does.
that's
Hey,
what's
listen.
with him. Yeah, he's gonna throw some picks, but he also has a
God,
4
dude, I have to
touchdown
say
game.
It
Blew
pains
out
me.
the Texans.
It pains me to say this. I don't know if y'all have been like watching any of these games because I know that they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, Kyler Murray looks the best he has ever looked right now.
Yeah,
They looked like shit last week.
but he did look like shit last week.
They looked like shit last week.
But
The
that
best
was
that
just
he's
a
ever
bad
looked.
game. He's just a little off.
We're not really saying like
It's the best
That's
he's
my
looked
thing, though.
since. It's the best he's looked since he had Lincoln Riley in Oklahoma.
Sam Darnold, this is the best he's looked since he's had.
This is the best
I don't
Sam
even know where the
Darnold
fuck
has
he was
looked
going.
ever,
Yeah, for sure.
for sure. And listen, and I'm a big underdog guy. I hope Sam Darnold wins fucking comeback player of the year, dude. Genuinely, I
I
really
hope
do.
Andy Dalton does.
I really do hope he wins it. I hope he stays at this pace. I don't think he fucking will. I don't think he will.
Hot take. 3 games in a row, he's leading the league. I mean, hot take for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. 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 Here's another hot take. I swear to God, I still think the Bengals win that division at 0-3.
Oh God.
Call that whatever
I
take
wish.
you want.
Hey,
I swear to God.
This is something maybe we could end with, but I don't know what you guys have experienced with this so far, but have you noticed that there's obviously something different with the rules and how coaches have to name players in at certain times, like have to rule
Yeah, the
them-
illegal formations is
no,
ridiculous.
rule them out of the game. Like, for clear example,
Injuries?
injuries. Yes. Essentially, the timing in which players are getting ruled out at this point is like within minutes before the game.
No,
that's
beyond-
not true. I think you're
beyond
talking
just-
about the 49ers situation.
Bro,
The
that
49ers
should be
situation was
illegal.
literally that the running back just lied.
That
The
should be
running back
illegal.
lied about what he said.
Them
Yeah,
us
it's
not
illegal.
knowing that
Can't
Christian
do it.
McCaffrey's not gonna fucking
Correct.
play not only week 1, but he's on injured reserve, bro. That should be illegal.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they should be fined so much money.
That's why I
for that.
said that running back lied. That running back lied. That's why I think that they just straight up lied. Yeah, like I don't know.
That's crazy.
Again, I think there needs to be.
They had a draft pick taken last year because their payroll ended at the end of the year, and they were like giving people money like under the table, like players and like people there like extra money to like, yeah, like
Again,
I don't
just
even
think
know.
that
Like,
there's-
hey, we know the taxes are high here. We'll give you an extra little bump to stay because we know you need it if anyone needs it.
Right. I just think there needs to be something done, some sort of standard set in which we know. I mean, obviously, free things can happen. Somebody could, roll an ankle in warm-ups or something along those lines. But what I'm
See,
saying
but you're
is
catering to the betting world then at that point.
I mean, the betting world, the fans, whatever. What you mean?
Fantasy, you know how many people took him number one
Yeah, but
overall in
that's such a
fantasy?
disadvantage. Yeah, but one could argue that you shouldn't have to say any of that stuff. That it's just strategic advantage for me to not have to tell you who's hurt and what ankle's hurt and yada yada.
Yeah, but if I'm paying $275 for a standing room ticket to go see the Steelers and the Cowboys, and I find out 5 minutes before the game that Dak Prescott just isn't going to play because he's not playing well, and I spent $275 for a ticket, and now I know my team just has zero chance, like, that's fucked. I'm not even talking about a betting standpoint. I'm talking about fans. I'm talking about spectators. I'm talking
I
about...
can guess, but bro, you're never gonna be able to, like. People are gonna be game time decisions. It's just gonna happen.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is Christian McCaffrey, that situation was not game time. If he went from maybe gonna play to the IR.
Right. No, I agree.
No,
with that,
it should be an actual, like, punishable by law crime. Honest to God. I'm not
they should
kidding.
get fined for sure.
I mean, if they're going to legalize sports betting,
Mike.
if they're going to legalize sports betting, with in all due respect, he's not wrong. Like, if we're going to say one thing,
If the NFL's partnered with DraftKings publicly on every DraftKings commercial, right? They're partnered with the NFL. And you got motherfuckers putting thousands of dollars on Christian McCaffrey to go over X amount of yards this season because we have no reason to believe he's going to miss more than maybe a game. And, like, y'all knew he was hurt the whole time? Like, that's crazy. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they could really get themselves in a fucking bind if it came down to, like, a lawsuit. They honestly could.
DeMar Hamlin interception revived.
He's dead.
Revived.
He's alive.
prayers for DeMar.
Yes.
He has risen.
He has risen. That's right. 3 has risen.
Like football Jesus.
He's football Jesus. He really is. And yesterday was Easter, motherfucker.